Okay, so hi guys, I am Abhijit Bhaiya. So today in this video we would be talking about actually what is data science, and we would be getting into the nitty-gritty parts of the data science, and we would be deep diving into actually what are the job opportunities, what you can learn actually in the data science course. Okay, so let's get to the video. First of all, actually we need to actually define what is actually data science. Okay, so in simple terms or in layman terms, we can say that data science is basically finding patterns in a structured data or a unstructured data. Basically, if you have a data, or let's take an example over here. If I give you the data of every person like present in Delhi, and at which time he leaves his home to get food, or what food he takes daily, so you can utilize this data to actually find the pattern in which he often goes to restaurants or often orders from a specific chain. So this type of data can be actually very much be useful to some companies. For example, companies which are delivery partners, or which delivers food to your home, or even the restaurant chains. This data might be beneficial to them, because they can utilize this data and give a kind of or they can predict that when you can or when you are likely to next try the specific dishes according to your pattern or your previous pattern. Okay, so also the data science is a tool that you can get powerful insights in the you can say the structure of any kind of data company, or you can say any underlying foundation. Okay, so using this data science tool that we will cover in next some videos, you can basically make the business decisions. For example, if there is data of a there is a car purchasing store, and they have the data of many customers, so that data is very beneficial to them, because they can use that data to predict which car will be performing good in which month, or what would be the next bestseller for the next month, so they can be prepared for that. Okay, so data science can also be used to structure the raw data. What I mean by that is, basically, whenever you see the data that is available in the internet, actually that is not in a structured format. That is basically data that is available to you, that is not structured but unstructured data. You can use this data science tool to specifically structure this data, filter the data out, and basically pre-process the data, such that you can select those only data points or the feature points that might be beneficial to your organization or your project. Okay, so one of the very powerful example that majority of the company uses is basically the prediction system or the recommendation system. So many companies use this recommendation system. For example, your Spotify, your Instagram, your YouTube, all of them uses the recommendation system, and that is a very powerful use case for the data science, or you can say particularly the machine learning part. Okay, so the next question comes is why to learn data science, why it is so important, and why it is so growing field in the today's market. Okay, so data science is actually called a fuel for 21st century. So it is such a big you can say it has become such a big field that it has become actually the fuel of the 21st century, on which many or the most of the all companies run. Okay, so you can also learn data science to basically tap into some niche area of the most emerging technology, that is data science, because like every company in today's market actually has a specific role or many specific roles for data science purposes. In even in the like small startups also, there are like many open positions for this data science role. Okay, so why to learn data science? Another point would be like the problem for demand and supplies. Okay, so the internet as we know today was formed actually in the like 1990s. Okay, so but in that times, the data was not actually being collected or not being like filtered or not being used by like us or like any company. But from, you can say, 2005 or 2006, as the many platform came along, such as like YouTube, such as many other platforms that came along, the data is being stored in a particular place, and that data is like very much useful to many companies. Okay, and such data creates a lot of you can say demand for like structuring those data. So imagine like data from 2005 till 2022. So how much amount of data would be lying with companies, and that data is like in very much demand to many other companies that want to target a specific audience. So the data scientist or the field of the data science is very emerging, because there is not much supply to this demand. So you must I would say you must learn data science to actually tap into this niche area to actually fulfill this like supply. And it is you can say a very hefty paying job, and you can actually like get a very good role in a very good company, I would say. Okay, so yeah, another point would be like all the in most of other domains, including marketing, healthcare, finance, government issues also. In government, national defense also, the this data science tool is very much needed. All in all, like some of the parts of data science, for example, machine learning or the predicting algorithm, that is very much used in every of the fields. Okay, so all of the field like marketing, they would be using marketing to predict what like specific age group to target a particular product upon. The healthcare, for example, as we can take the example of breast cancer detection. So in cancer detection, a particular AI has been formed that can actually predict the breast cancer or the tissues of breast cancer even better than the top experts in this field. So this AI system has actually beaten the most of the doctors in the human case scenario. So okay, so one of the reasons to learn data science is because it is one of the most critical asset to any companies of the technology, because of the demand and supply problem that I like explained just now. So like that is one of the most critical asset to any companies, because any like prediction system or any recommendation system is what actually companies use to keep the public upon the hook. So basically the public doesn't lose interest. Okay, so so the next point is, why should you particularly learn data science? So I think that particularly you should invest time or like learn the particular skills of data science, is because this data science field or data science tool is one of the biggest in terms of job opportunities in today's field. So it creates a lot of job opportunities in the India and in the whole world also. So today you can like say that data is the new electricity. So earlier it was like earlier in the 1900 it was like electricity. Then the age of automation came along, and now the every company is being fueled by the data. So data is like very crucial part to every company. Also, data science job or like any relating to job that is related to data science is a very high paying job today, because of the demand and supply problem. Again, like there are not enough data scientists or good enough data scientists that company actually will recruit. So if you have good enough skills to do data science, you would be getting a very high paying job in this field. Okay, so one you should also like learn this data science, because this data science field, actually the government in government of every nation use this in their national defense, or like the or like to predict any anomaly in their like area, or just to spy, or like just to you can say just to keep national defense in progress. Okay, So government also use the particular subtopics of data science, you can say some prediction systems or some recognition systems. For example, in China, there have been many, like you can you must have seen, like the CCTV cameras are always present there, and in those you can see the facial recognition systems are there. And you can also say that you must also know that particular governments have sent their satellites into the space, and using those satellite images, they actually use to see if there is any dispute around the border, or what is in the interest of the nation. Okay, so yes, one of the other reasons is basically, as the saying goes, we actually live in a digital world, and everything is data driven these days. So if everything is data driven, you must, like at some point of your career or some point of your job, you are likely to be familiar with actually data science or some part of data science. Okay, so till now we have actually learned about what is data science and what are the kind of like explanations for like the emergence of such big like data science, like why many data scientists are like required right now, and what else explain the growing field of this data science tool. So we talked about like the demand and supply problem. Okay, but like talking about that demand and supply problem, so the supply would be like fulfilled only by the jobs in data science, right? Okay, so let's talk about the jobs that are particularly involved in this data science field. Okay, so actually there was a quote in 2016 in a very famous you can say in a very famous magazine, that businesses all around the world will need 1 million data scientists by 2018. So this was a quote back in 2016, and considering from that time, this demand for the data scientists has grown very rapidly. Like you can say this demand for data scientists have grown exponentially. So in 2016, if 1 million data scientists were required till 2018, you can say like from now, like 5 million data scientists would be required in the next 5 years, you can say. Okay, so this is the relevance or the job opportunity, you can say, in the data science field. So if you like know particularly data science very good, you might land up in a very good job in a very good like company. So talking about the job in data science, so the mean salary that the job will provide of any like data scientist in US alone only ranges from $100,000 to $200,000 in US alone, and in other parts of the world, this is like the mean salary of any data scientist pretty much remains the same. And actually this can like go up if you have like the particular job skills that is required to fulfill other tasks. For example, you are doing a data scientist job at a company in US, and you also have the like skills to do computer vision on that particular data, so you would be getting even more salary for your computer vision skills. So the next thing or the next type of job in data science would be one of the major like field that particularly data scientists or like particular engineers work upon, is actually making a automatic or automating or a predicting, or you can say recommendation algorithm, many of the big companies that use in these days. For example, Instagram uses recommendation system, Spotify uses recommendation to basically suggest a new song. The YouTube also uses the recommendation system to suggest a good video for you. So all this recommendation system and predicting the outcome of any big products actually is solved or done by data scientists and other engineers working upon the like the data they have actually. So that is a kind of a job or a very big kind of a job a data scientist actually do. So the relevance of this data science job you can like understand by this is basically the data scientists, or like the job of any field of data science is always a part of any flagship product. Okay, so if any flagship product is being released by any company, so data scientists or some part of data science field would always be present in those companies. For example, like let's say a phone manufacturing company basically releases a very flagship a very good phone that is their flagship product. So in the research of that phone, there would be many like scientists involved. So research scientists would be involved to basically get what is the optimal what is the optimal battery that should be provided, what is the optimal camera, so the quality of the camera should be the best. All of these actually requires the data science part, or some part of data science is always there in the flagship product. Okay, so talking about the jobs present in the data science, let's see some of the opportunities or the open position that you may face or like see that are open in any like company. Okay, so for example, you as discussed earlier, so data scientist is a very like very broad field and a very like recurring field in any company. So every company actually uses data scientists for like gathering their data, cleaning their data, and doing pre-processing on that. So many companies also require machine learning engineers. Basically what they do is do the machine learning on this like pre-processed data, and like machine learning, since machine learning is a small part of data science, so they this also covers or like comes under the jobs provided by the data science field. Okay, so you might also end up as a research engineer. What you will be doing is basically researching upon the flagship products or like the upcoming technologies, or even making a technology of your own for any company. So basically what you will be doing is researching upon new technologies, or new algorithms, or new you might say recommendation algorithm or anything like that. So anything the company wants to innovate in, you would be like the part of that team. So you can also work as a computer vision engineer. Okay, so computer vision engineer generally deals with the images that are present from either the, you can say, CCTV, or like they might have some kind of camera present at their location. So you would be working on like those, or the live stream of those images. Okay, so you might end up as a research fellow also. So research fellow also, you would be doing basically research under like great like research engineer, or like another research fellow at a very high level, and you would be researching upon the different types of innovation that you can bring to the company. You might also end up taking a job as a data analyst. So the job of the data analyst would be like, given any like kind of data, you would be doing all the mathematics, like pre-processing the data, gathering the data, cleaning the data, and making you can say meaning out of those like meaningless data. So in general, if I give you, this is the data of this person, that itself is like just the raw data. This doesn't carry any like meaning to that. But if I only take the data, as earlier discussed, the example of like going out and eating a particular kind of dish, so that would be a very meaningful data. So that would be utilized by the company to make a very good algorithm. Okay, so that is the role of data analyst. So you might also bend towards the academics and end up as a research scientist. So in the academics, you might want to pursue your higher studies. So you want to get your like masters, PhD, or something like that in data science field. So you can also do that by learning this data science and using them as a tool. So generally in the academics area, generally people, what they do is basically come up with innovative solutions to the problem faced by the industry, or like the problem faced by in general the industry or the academics people. You might also become an independent researcher. Basically, you what you can think of that is like you won't be like doing research under anyone. You would be the you can say supervisor of your own, and you would be working upon the projects independently, deciding what is your topic and what should be the the solution to that problem. You might also end up becoming big data analyst. So what is big data analyst to do? So basically what they do is manage the very big databases and making them relevant, so the information present in those big databases can be utilized by the company for making their own algorithms, or using them to basically better their product. You might also see some positions mentioned data engineer in some of the companies. Okay, so data engineer is also a very big job opportunity that you get in data science. So the role is kind of similar to the data scientist. It is just that in the data scientist you would be doing or innovating upon the previous method that exists. But the data engineer, what they do is basically, given any data, they would be asked to do analysis and provide a good data, or clean the data and provide a good model that would be beneficial, or that would leverage the whole data. Also, a data journalist field is also a very, you can say, new emerging field, or a job opportunity in the field of data science, where you can become a data journalist and basically write blogs on any product or any data science or any data science algorithm particularly, and comment upon how it can be made better, or how it can be shaped better, so in the future it would be even easy to use. Okay, so these are some kind of job opportunities out of the many job opportunities present in the data science. For example, let's take another example. So that is not mentioned over here. So one example could be your natural language processing engineer. So that would be NLP engineer. So in NLP engineer, what you would be doing is basically, let's say you want to read all the, or train a model on all the passages or the paragraph written by William Shakespeare, and while testing the model, you want to generate your paragraph on your own. So that is kind of problem statement that some companies might have, and they might recruit some NLP engineers or the natural language processing engineers to do this task. Okay, so yeah, there are actually many such kind of job present in these days in the market or in this field that is not present in this particular set of job opportunities. Okay, so yeah, that's it for this video. In this video, what we covered is basically what actually is data science, talking from a layman's perspective, how to understand data science, what particular job opportunities are there in data science, and why should you particularly do data science, and what are the advantages that you would get out of it.